Hello, hello. Welcome to Wesam's World. If you're listening live on Idobi Radio, thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you. And remember that you can tweet at us at WeSams_world or Instagram message us at WeSamsWorld while you're listening live. And we love to live tweet with you guys and message back. And last week we had a nice back and forth. It was nice. People were enjoying the show. Podman Dan messaged or tweeted at us, hey, do I get a Tesla or a kiss for listening to this week's episode? I really enjoyed it. And if you tuned in, I promised people a Tesla or a kiss. Mm-hmm. And let's just say I stayed true to my word.
Wow.
Yep.
Roll out the Tesla.
Now, well, hold your horses, Peyton.
Mm-mm.
I said Tesla or kiss.
And Sam got the Tesla.
Peyton, it's between me and the fan what I gave them. Now, that sounds like something that would get me canceled.
Wow.
And I'm just going to keep it between me and Podman Dan.
All right.
Yeah. This show is so stupid sometimes. I had a good week. How about you, man?
It was good. Lost power yesterday, but that's all fine.
Yeah.
That's all fine.
Summer's here, baby. Blackouts
Summer's
are here.
Here we go again.
I know. Where did you and your wife go?
We just drove around Burbank, downtown Burbank. Went and got milkshakes, just that kind of stuff. Brought the dog.
That's
with
cute.
us. Yeah.
That's nice. I had some good self-tapes this week. Really exciting ones.
Nice.
And then also, I got a deep tissue massage this week.
Okay.
And it was by this massage therapist named Kathy. And oh my gosh, it was much needed. I've been very tight, my muscles. And at one point I just start laughing because she's like, oh, is that ticklish? I'm like, no, I'm about to cry because it was so painful.
Where was she massaging?
She was massaging my thighs, but where they connected to my knees and up here in the hips, and she was digging in there and releasing, the fascia and all that stuff.
Yeah,
dude, I was like, I can just start bawling right now. Oh my gosh, made me stretch more so I don't have to experience that kind of pain afterwards. I highly recommend people get a deep tissue massage every now and then to kind of see where their body's at. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for a type of massage to relax or rejuvenate, deep tissue, usually if it's done correctly, is not that type of massage. It's more for helping you.
Right.
And did I have to do some breathing during it? Yeah, it was intense.
Did it help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course it helped, but I felt beat up because I haven't been stretching properly after my runs and my workouts, and my hamstrings. Oh my God, my hamstrings are so tight. I thought I stretch enough. I do not, sir.
How long do you stretch?
See, it just depends. If I'm doing yoga and stuff, I'm stretching for a long time.
Yeah.
Before and after. But with running and strength training, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not enough time. Not enough time.
See, in my head, that is enough time. So, I don't know.
No. Yeah, it's definitely not, apparently.
That feels right. I
know, right?
It's saying 10 minutes of stretching out loud, I would go, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
Okay.
She said to me, which I think this will help for people listening, that you have to release the lactic acid from your muscles after you work out. I'm like, okay, cool. How do you know when you've done that? What's the time frame? She's like, it's different for everybody. And I'm like, okay, but she's like, you'll know. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to just stretch until my muscles feel better. And that's what I did today after my 3-mile run. Yeah. And I was like, okay, all right. That's what she's talking about. Okay, deal. And then I'm going to start stretching right before bed too. Get really good stretches in. And see how that helps every single day.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you coming to yoga anytime soon?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I plan on it.
Okay.
I just literally have forgotten.
That's okay.
That yoga exists.
That's all right. I liked seeing you in there.
I know. And I like being there when I am there.
Yeah.
And not locked out. But that's okay.
I know. I remember that incident. That sucks. Yeah, I'm there Tuesdays, and then I'm starting the teacher training program again for my
Nice.
certification. And
If you were to get certified,
Mhm.
what would be your expertise? What kind of yoga
Oh,
would
actually,
you want to do?
that's actually in the works.
Oh, okay.
I can't
Is that
talk to-
confidential stuff?
Yeah, that's confidential right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's in the
Interesting.
works. I'm really excited for
Yeah,
it. too.
yeah.
It'll be the type of class which challenges you, and physically, but
Yeah.
more importantly, what you learn from the class will help you, and you'll be able to apply it to your obstacles and
Gotcha.
challenges in life.
Knowing Wesam, it's going to be like walk across these scorching hot rocks. Like, lay on the scorching hot rocks.
I wish.
Because your mind can eliminate the pain if you set your heart to it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
See,
See,
you're speaking truth. And
I'm certified.
Are you? You're drinking Monster. Dude, you couldn't look more like a liar. And no offense to Monster Energy drink, but you said it while sipping
The
Monster Energy.
drink of champions
The drink,
and yogis.
no offense, but I feel someone who like constantly drinks Monster Energy drinks might be a little.
Not constantly. It's maybe like twice a week.
Oh, not you,
So-
not you.
oh, okay.
I'm just saying for people in general who drink Monster Energy
Yeah.
drinks constantly. I don't know why, but I would feel a little untrustworthy. Like they're untrustworthy for some reason.
B vitamins.
There's a lot of healthy stuff, but there's a lot of sugar in
No,
that.
yeah, that's how much. Where 54 grams of sugar.
Holy guacamole.
54 grams. How
got-
about that?
I got a story about Monster Energy drink.
Yeah.
I had a test in the morning, and then this was in college, and then right after that test for some kind of science class, I had my acting. I think it was Voice and Movement 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I drank 2 of those bad boys.
Ooh.
2. I chugged them.
Goodness. Okay.
And I was so like, hey guys, I'm Ginger. And my acting
Yeah.
teacher was like, oh my God, you're so energetic. What's going on? And I'm like, I had 2 of these drinks. She's like, oh boy. Come around noon.
I was about to say, you're gonna.
Bro, there's this, where the offices are for all the faculty.
Yeah.
We would go in, like you'd have to walk through there, and it's kind of like this like mini hallway, and there's like a couch and like a seating area next to one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I'd never
Yeah.
experienced anything. I felt like my heart was beating so fast.
Yeah.
I'll never do that again.
Yeah. No.
How many of those do you think would take to kill you?
To kill you?
Yeah,
How much caffeine is in a Monster Energy drink?
I'm not sure.
I think I looked. I think it was like 100 and doesn't even say. They don't want me to know.
There's got to be.
It's got to be on here somewhere because I drank a Coca-Cola energy drink recently.
Oh, how
and I
was it?
couldn't find like the thing, and it was in very small text, and it was 160
In that.
in this.
And in the Coca-Cola can, which is probably
It
smaller.
was 115, and it's a very skinny, tall, kind of like a Red Bull can.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I had an energy drink recently, and it was the first energy drink to make me feel sick. It had 300 milligrams of caffeine in it, and I got it from a Twitch streamer because he was doing like a special deal with like Nemesis coming to Dead by Daylight and everything. They had a Nemesis Resident Evil like limited edition energy drink for Nemesis, and it was 300 fucking milligrams of caffeine in there, and I felt sick afterwards.
Yeah.
And they shipped me 4 cans. It was like, imagine like a soda Arnold Palmer energy drink.
Okay.
It was very interesting, and I had 4 of them, and I had to drink them. I didn't drink all of them at once, obviously,
Right.
but just I didn't feel good after every single can. It was good, but just didn't feel right.
No, that's definitely not good for you.
Yeah.
300 in a can that size?
Yeah, it was pretty much. Maybe slightly taller.
So-
maybe like right
so-
there.
Okay. Now, what? Dude, first of all, that's insane.
Yeah. I
'Cause
don't know. who
One
needs that.
can, I'm like, all right, I need.
Yeah.
I'm sipping on this. I'm not drinking it all at once sometimes either.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that if I'm working on things, it's better just to sip on it.
Right.
Let your body really process it. I will chug half a can, not the whole thing,
Yeah.
like a Zoa, one of those Zoa ones, right before an intense workout.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Are we got to go on time?
We are.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we got to do another episode where it's just me and you. We got so much more to catch up on.
I know.
We got a great guest today. She hasn't been on the show in a while. It's Idobi's own Katie Leclerc from the Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie Leclerc. It's the morning show here in the mornings, and I've said it before. I think if you're going to work in the mornings and you need a fun, energetic, entertaining morning show, the Brett Davern Show featuring Katie Leclerc here on Idobi Radio, 7 a.m. Pacific time, is the show you need to listen to. And what's cool is if you miss it or whatever, hey, you can find it on the Idobi website and re-listen to the episodes there. So, and Katie Leclerc is also a great actress, and she's worked on a bunch of things. So, after the break, we're going to be joined by Katie Leclerc. Stay tuned. Well, what better way to start off a talk with you, Katie, than knowing that you have a surprise for me? And I'm not going to wait any longer, because let me tell you something about me. If somebody says, oh, I bought you something, but I'm going to save it for your birthday, I go, no, you're showing it to me right now, and that's your fault. And so...
Do you want me to go get your surprise?
Please.
It's in the other room.
Yeah.
Go get it. Okay.
That's very kind of you. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know what this is. I'm going to vamp. And I don't know if it's a t-shirt. I don't know if it's a picture of me. There's a dog here, so if you hear a little bit of panting, it's the dog and not me excited or painting. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, just the loud the whole time. I have my eyes closed. I haven't seen anything.
Okay, all right.
And I'm gonna wait till you give it up. Okay.
Okay.
Should I open my eyes?
You can open your eyes.
Oh my God.
I baked you something.
What?
I baked you something.
Thank you.
But I made you something. It's magic.
Is there drugs in this?
There's no drugs.
Okay,
No.
It's magic.
I like that you asked though.
Yeah, because you said magic and you gave me this look and I was like, oh. Okay.
No drugs. Okay, so you're obsessed with custard.
Yeah.
And so I made you a custard cake. But it's like, I'm going to tell you, it's a flan cake. There's a layer of caramel on the bottom, and then you put the cake in first, and then you make a custard, you pour the custard on top, and in the oven, there's like a chemical reaction thing that happens, and the cake ends up on the top, and then there's flan, and then so we have to like invert it, and like it's a whole thing.
Katie Leclerc. That is so considerate and nice and kind, and just I wasn't expecting that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
May I?
So, okay, well, we have to like flip it over.
Oh.
Like there's an activity involved.
Peyton, do we have eyes on are we able to get eyes on her flipping it over? Oh my gosh.
Right? So, and hopefully this is going to flip. We don't know. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking. It's probably going to make a mess.
That's okay. I saw that in the fridge, by the way.
Did you? And you're like...
I was like, oh, it's something Japanese for some reason, because it looked Japanese with everything.
Okay, here we go. We're going to...
All right. 3,
Moment of truth.
2, 1.
Oh, I don't think it flipped.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Let me
well,
move this battery.
we're going to let this sit there for a second.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a noise, and then that means that it like released from the pan. That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
We might get custard in a minute.
I'm so excited. I haven't had custard in such a long time. I ran 3 miles today.
I saw your story post, yeah.
So I feel like
You earned it.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
That was really, really nice of you. Really didn't have to. That was really kind. I'm really excited because I think this is the second time I've tasted your baking.
What was the other one?
Not sure. I remember it was something to do with, I think it was not a Hallmark, but a like a 500th episode or a 400th episode of your show,
yeah.
and you brought something, and I was there for it.
Interesting. Yeah. Was it like a cupcake?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
It was a cupcake. Yeah. They were really good.
That's
Oh my
great.
gosh.
I bake a lot. A lot.
You do. I watch your stories often, and you've expressed your love for baking. And can you say like why? Like why baking?
I like that you have to be precise.
Yeah.
I like that there's science involved. I like the chemistry of it. And I don't know. I'm good at it, so I like to do things that I'm good at.
I think too, you have control
Yeah.
over the final product.
Yep.
Which is totally different from acting careers.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally. It's a really therapeutic hobby because everybody got into like sourdough in quarantine, and I was like, I wonder if I could make croissants.
Ooh.
Or like hard stuff. I
Yeah.
like to challenge myself.
I made one sourdough loaf years ago. It was all right. It
Okay.
wasn't great.
I've never even attempted sourdough.
Yeah, there's some processes involved. Yeah, I want to get back into it because I love bread. Oh my gosh.
It's the best.
Went to Bevel. You know that restaurant Bevel downtown?
No.
Shout out to my manager, Steve Smith, for the gift card that he gave me, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. And I finally ended up using all of it. I was kind of worried that it would expire. It didn't expire. Finally went back. Bam. They have freshly baked pita bread.
Ooh.
And they have it like 3 different ways, fried and something else and something else. Oh my goodness. It's so good. It's like Mediterranean cuisine and stuff. So
That sounds delicious.
It was incredible.
Mediterranean food. Underrated food, I think. I love Mediterranean food.
I love Mediterranean food as well.
But I think nobody gives it the. Everybody's like, oh, you want to get some pizza? Like Mediterranean food is so healthy and flavorful, and like it's a flavor bomb.
It is. It's time consuming to make.
That's
though.
true.
And I think that's why maybe a good percentage of places that do make it, you're not getting that requirement. There's a dog that just
Did she lay on your feet?
She laid on my feet. It's adorable. Reminded me of my cat last night. Came into my bed for snuggles. And then would do this thing where he puts his paw on my face. And he just sleeps. And I'm like,
Oh.
we love each other. That's adorable as well. I was telling the listeners,
Okay.
by the way, I have the attention span nowadays of a squirrel. So
You and my dog have that in common.
Yes, yes. No, I was telling the listeners your morning show is the best morning show out there because I really do think so. Because I've been on it and I've listened to it numerous times, and the fact that you guys have now done how many episodes of it?
940 something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's going to happen for the 1,000th?
I don't know.
You guys
I
have
made
to do something.
cupcakes for 500, so I gotta make something for 1,000.
You guys have to do something big for the 1,000th.
It feels like so much work. Yes, we will do something big, and it will be spectacular.
You could release 1,000 doves into the sky.
We should do that. That's what we should do. You've solved it. Can you call the Dove Factory?
If I was a millionaire, I would buy 1,000 doves and cause havoc on the ecosystem.
I know, right?
In
I was
North
thinking
Hollywood.
maybe this isn't a good idea.
I thought about releasing 40 parakeets into the studio for my friend's 40th birthday.
You told me that. I'm so glad you didn't.
I'm glad I'm upset I didn't.
As somebody who also uses that space, I'm so glad you didn't.
I would have cleaned it up.
Oh, I know, but it seems like maybe 40 parakeets is something that you can never fully clean up.
Yeah, but the footage would be amazing.
That's true.
40 parakeets, that's an easy cleanup. We're getting a new computer. We are, I think, next week at some point.
Oh my God, I can't
How's
wait.
that computer going?
It seems like it's doing pretty okay.
Yeah?
We should probably get a new one though.
So glad we did it. We're doing ours out of here.
I've been doing, so since the quarantine happened, we've been doing the morning show from my apartment.
Yeah.
Now I have to commute. I am not excited about commuting again.
Yeah. Are you commuting with Brett? Or
yeah.
separate?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Carpool. Try to carpool.
Yeah. That helps, right?
Yeah.
Now-
Yeah. I just in general, just like going back to, like, I'm happy that things are returning and going back to normal, but
Yeah.
I'm sort of, thinking to myself.
Yeah.
I saved a lot of time.
I know, that's true. I will say this, the one thing I am looking forward to is being back in the room in auditions. And it's happening slowly.
Thank God.
It's happening slowly, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Because I think we talk about this where being an actor, like, yeah, you have to be a good actor and everything, but also you have to be good at auditioning. That's just the way it is. And I feel like with self-tapes, that's kind of cheating a little bit, especially if that's what you're primarily relying on.
Right. I just feel like I'm never as good on a self-tape. I mean, maybe that's not the way to say it. I feel like I don't really get to express myself as well. Like when I walk into a room, I'm like, hey, everybody, and I'm cheesing it up because I'm a cheese ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then they know what they're going to get with me because, like, I can act.
Yeah.
Come on. I'll cry. You can make me cry. Let's cry. And then there is something about, like, the nuance of, like, finding the perfect person for it. And I just don't know if that will ever come across on a self-tape for me.
Yeah. That's difficult because I don't know about you, but I trust, I would say, almost all the casting directors I've gone in for, and in terms of their support and understanding of what the producers want.
Yes.
And their trust in me as a creative and as a professional. And so sometimes I just have a little question where I can be like, oh, by the way, is the tone more this way, or is it more this way? Or does it matter? Or, okay, cool.
Because you can deliver either version of that. It's just when I'm sitting at home in my living room, I don't know which version to deliver you. So if I make the wrong choice, then you think I can't do that other thing. But I can. You just have to tell me to do that. That's what actors, we're here to, when you tell us what to do, we're going to do that. So I'll do that. I don't know. I'm missing that connection.
Yeah.
That piece.
I have found somewhat of a formula working with my friends and colleagues on their self-tapes and with all the ones that I've done on my own. There is one thing that I was like, oh, this is actually really helpful. And one of those things is if you're auditioning and doing a self-tape for a co-star, it's good to do like 2 or 3 takes of a range. So they're like, okay, he's directable. He can go from this to this and somewhere in the middle where it's like more grounded. So those extremes in the middle, and had a buddy book off of that. And I was like, okay, cool. And that seems to make sense in my mind because you know how with co-stars, they're just looking for somebody who could further along the story, but sometimes you don't know that range that they're looking to get. And with certain guest stars, I feel like, okay.
But then the question is like, sorry to interrupt. Do you submit the one you like the best first? Like what order do you send them in?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that just depends on what it is. I told him to send in the one that was so grounded right off the bat. So they could see like, oh shit, he can give like a super truthful, grounded performance. Take 2 on it is like, oh, he's really drunk in this thing. And then take 3 is like, oh, he's not drunk. He's just an asshole in this third take because he was an asshole drunk who started a fight at a bar.
Got you. Okay.
And so that first take is actually somewhere in the middle, but super grounded. And the other ones are like more extreme versions of that. So if in my mind, I'm thinking of the director who's trying to cast this 3-line co-star. And I'm like, okay, cool. Wow. He just gave a really good performance. I'm wondering if he could do something. Can he be directable? And so those 2 ranges, like, oh yeah, that could fit.
Yeah.
And make sense in this story.
I can find a middle. Yeah.
Yes. So,
interesting.
And then for certain guest spots, it works. The hardest roles, you just don't know. You really have to go off of your take on it, is the series regular roles, in my opinion, because they don't even know what they want until they see it sometimes for those things.
Yeah. My friend Vanessa just booked a series regular.
Oh, congrats to her.
The deadline went out yesterday. I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited for her.
What's it for?
NBC. I think she's a detective or a serial killer or something. She's in Augusta, Georgia. And I was like, how long are you there for? She's like, months. And she's already there. So, like, I haven't really gotten to talk to her too much about it, but I'm excited for her.
It's very, very exciting.
Yeah,
good for her.
super cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's always good to hear. It's so exciting when one of your friends gets something.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Do you have a good support system with your friends?
Oh, yeah. I mean, absolutely. It was funny when we started Switch, the first thing Vanessa and I bonded over was that the other one wasn't an asshole. We were both really concerned that the other girl was going to be difficult. And we were both like, oh, I can hang out with you.
Yeah.
Oh, the wardrobe person wants us to literally be wrapped in plastic in this 19-hour fitting while we eat our Chinese food. Fine, I'll wear the plastic wrap. And then we just ate our Chinese wrapped in plastic.
Wait, a 19-hour fitting?
It wasn't 19, but it was probably like a 6-hour fitting.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Fun fact, I respect everything that wardrobe does and everything. I love them to death. I really do. There's something, because I'm impatient, of trying on clothes and taking on clothes, trying on clothes and taking off clothes and trying on clothes and taking off clothes. I know it's part of the business, everything. Oh, man. I appreciate really well run fittings.
Right.
Oh, my God. 6 hours.
We went through 4 costumers on the pilot of Switched.
Whoa.
It was a nightmare for wardrobe. And so anyway, one of the first gals was like, we got to order these ladies Chinese food. And so we had our Chinese food, and then she was really worried we were going to be like animals, like shoving our face in the no, like, hello, I'm an adult, and like, you have a Tide pen. Can we all calm down? No, fine, I'll sit here in the plastic. And both of us did it, so we were both looking at each other like, this is going to be fine.
I'm not going to say what show, but I've had fittings, not even fittings, like we're shooting. And they bring out pants, and they're like, will these fit you? And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, oh, no.
I can see that from a mile away.
Yeah, and they're like, can you try it on? I'm like, sure.
Here? Right now?
Sure. We'll try it on. And they've brought out shoes to me, which they know my size. And then there's a size, 2 sizes above. And they're like, do you think these will fit? And I'm like, no.
Can I deal with it? Is a separate question, but do they fit? No.
Because my feet are a certain size.
Right. That's the size that my feet are.
All right.
They make shoes for that size too, usually.
Bro.
I love the indie movies too, where they're like, can you bring your own clothes? And you're like,
I had a shoot like that where I had to bring my own clothes.
And it went so well?
It was a mistake on my end.
Okay.
I did a favor for a friend/colleague.
Who will remain nameless.
Yeah, and it was... I brought this up on the show, and I haven't talked details, and I feel like I owe it to talk details now. What do you think, Peyton? Should I be an asshole? All right.
Do I know this person?
No, I don't think he'll ever listen to this. And I think I have a rule in the show. Whatever I say on the show, I have to say, be able to say to him in person.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about it.
All right.
Here we go.
You brought your own clothes.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
This is going to be good.
He's in directing school at a university, and he had asked me to do a favor for him again for one of his classes. And I hadn't worked in a while, and so I was like, maybe. And then he showed me the script, and it's actually from Edward Albee's A Zoo Story. I don't know if you've ever seen that or play or read it. It's actually a really good play, and it's literally takes place on a park bench for 45 minutes. That's the whole play. And one guy is reading, enjoying his paper, and another guy just comes up to him, starts talking, and it seems normal at first, and then you're getting weird vibes from the guy who came up to him, and then it starts getting weirder and more uncomfortable. And because the other guy is like so into like the social norms, you know, where the guy's like, hey, where do you live? And he's like, oh, Upper West Side. What street? And he's like, 5th Street. And he's like, yeah, what's the address number? And he's like, and he's like, no, what's the address number? Like, are you scared I'm going to go visit you or show up at your... And it's like, it starts escalating to that, to the point where they get into an altercation, and then the crazy guy forces the sane guy to stab him and kill him. Yeah. It's a great one-act play.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a very like an arc.
That's awesome.
And it deals with the themes of like society and like
privacy sounds like a little bit too, and like
and also the caste system in our societies and all that stuff. It's very, very interesting. And then there's also I guess what's the not epilogue, the before he goes to this park bench and sits there. It's there's another one I play with him and his wife in a home. So you see like very.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's
Do people perform them back to back?
I'm sure they have.
Okay.
And it's really interesting to watch it because it was written in the 1950s, I believe, end of 1950s and 60s. And I always think about when things are written at that time, how much of an impact they might have had on the people and what was going on, like right after World War II.
Right.
I think they're about to go into the Vietnam War. There was the Korean War as well, I think. But no, I mean, that was later. But anyway, yeah. So I was like,
are you doing it in this thing that you're helping your friend with? Are you doing the whole one-act play?
No. He cut it down to 6 pages, and it's only like
just, like,
a
condensed
clip, only like a section of it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And I was like, okay, you know what? I've seen he was a cinematographer before, so I kind of trusted him, and I was like, cool. You know what? I haven't worked in a while. Whatever. I'll do it.
Why not? Yeah.
It was a little bit of a drive. And by a little bit, it was in Orange County. And
It's a bit of a drive.
It's a little bit of a drive. And I think him and the other actor wanted to do rehearsals. And I was like, respectfully, no, because it's only 6 pages. And we'll figure out the blocking when we're there. And it's 6 pages. We're going to be fine. It's a one-day shoot. Like, we've both worked on television. It's like 7, 8 pages on a day or like 6 pages. It's in one location. We should be fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to show up prepared. If they show up prepared, this should all be fine.
Right. So there were some red flags, and I should have seen them a mile away. But because he was asking for a favor and he was a friend / colleague, I was like, okay, I'm just going to ignore them. He was sending me pictures of the location. And I'm like, okay,
cool.
But like not being an asshole, I don't give a shit. I'll just send me the call sheet.
Tell me where to sit when I get there.
He didn't do a call sheet because he kept saying I'm working on the call sheet. And then he ended up not sending a call sheet.
See, it's okay to not send a call sheet if it's a favor for a friend. That's okay. But then don't tell me you're gonna do it and then not do it because now you look flaky.
Right. And he's saying it's too much work is also another thing where I'm like, it's not.
It's not too much work.
It's not. I show up early and I'm just walking around the park and immediately I'm like, oh, this is a noisy park. I wonder how they're going to do this, lobs or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then he shows up. I'm like, hey, good to see you in person. Finally, I haven't seen you in person in a while. And he says something which I don't think he realized how insulting it was. He said, yeah, we're not supposed to have SAG actors for this. And thanks for doing this, man. We're just supposed to get actors from the school. And I was like, okay, well, And then he was like asking me about my show. He's like, that's great, right? I'm like, yeah, it was great. It was canceled 2 years ago, but it was good while it lasted. And I don't know. It was just little things like that where I'm like, I thought you would come so prepared because the friends who have asked me for favors are always so
rock
prepared.
Stars. Yeah.
And don't mind doing shit like this. I don't care if like you're not supposed to have SAG actors.
No,
just don't tell me and make sure it's prepared.
Yeah.
Oh, another reason I did it, which was a heavy thing in it, was the fact that the teacher of the class, I forget his name. He directed War Games, a lot of 80s movies, and he directs a lot of TV right now. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, shit, cool. I get to act in front of this director.
Bit of exposure at the same time, sure.
So he's showing me the location with his one DP. I get it, it's for school, but you're a director, you have the DP, they're setting up the lights, and I'm like, this is fine. And then he's like, we're either going to do it here or there. And I'm like, okay, well, I just...
Need you to make that choice.
Yeah, you're the director, man. This happened multiple times on set, which bothered me because you're the captain, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know how this works. And then The other actor was very nice. He was retired. He did acting on the side, and he was in his 60s. I don't think he came prepared because he told me it's easier for me to learn my lines when I have blocking. And I was like, okay. All right. That kind of bothers me, you know?
That it's easier to learn your lines when you have blocking? Or that he didn't show up prepared at all?
No, he came prepared, but he said it's easier for me to learn my lines with blocking. And I understand that, but this is 6 pages. This is not a full-length play. I don't know. I like to work at a very high professional level, and so it bothers me when people either can't or don't want to get up to that level for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something I need to work on too and be more flexible professionally, but as of right now, it's very difficult for me to accept that. So, we're shooting, and they have a boom mic, and it's getting...
And nothing else.
No, yeah, in the park, it's getting louder and louder, and it's right next to the highway, and I'm like, there's no fucking way they're getting good sound in this.
And that's the worst. That's the one thing the audiences notice. They go like, oh, it sounds really bad. So it makes everything look worse. Even if it looks good, if it sounds bad, it looks bad.
Peyton knows. He saw it. I'll show it to you at the break. How are we on time, by the way? So I got to wrap this.
We can accommodate.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Keep going.
So he says to me, my friend says, yeah, I chose this park because I live right across the street. And that bothered me.
Because you know how noisy that park is.
Yeah, and I'm like, you didn't choose a further away location
because it would be better?
Yeah, like this is the favor you called in for me. And anyway, I'm acting with my buddy, the scene partner, etc. And he is not, he's having trouble with his lines. And he says that, what was the phrase? Like he's saying the same phrase over and over.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
To himself, he's saying that?
To me as the character.
Oh, that's his line.
Yeah, well, we don't know what the lines were because I don't think he knew the lines very well because he had trouble learning his lines without previously rehearsing the blocking.
Yeah.
So,
how many hours did this favor take?
It's a really good question. I left there around 10 in the morning to show up around noonish. I think noon or 1. Yeah, noon or 1. And I think we were going to start at 2. And then we went till sunset. And so I had to drive all the way back as well. So almost a 12-hour day. Almost.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 10-hour day. And
that's a big favor.
yeah, and there was one thing where he was giving me direction about a line. And listen, I will do anything a director. I'm very directable, I will say that. However, I want a good reason.
It has to make sense.
That's all I care about. And so he gave me a direction. I go, I don't mind doing that. However, it contradicts everything this character goes for because of A, B, C, and D, and E, and also from the original source material, this, and this. I'm seeing his DP nodding like, oh, okay. And then he goes, yeah, but I think it'll just be better if you just do it this way. And I'm like, internally, I'm very frustrated with that because this is directing school, you know?
Well, he's making a mistake, and you learn from mistakes. But this crappy thing is it sounds like there's nobody there who's saying, like, hey, other than you, like, this is going to be a mistake for you.
Exactly.
Right.
And then also you make a really great point. And then where does it fall on me at some point to go, hey, man, this is kind of a messed up shoot now that I'm thinking about it. And I don't want you to take this personally, but I expected something on a higher professional level.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a few times, too, where he's like, oh, we didn't get this shot or whatever. And he's looking at me, and I'm like, hey, you're the captain. He's like, yeah, I don't have my shot list. Or he said something like that.
Doesn't he live like right there? Oh my God. Okay.
And then he has something on his arm where he's been flipping, and there's
like a quarterback?
Yeah. Yeah. Which, by the way, I know it's a little giggly, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm doing that.
Oh, that
because I'm prepared.
Yeah, no, I
I'd
can
be
see
like,
you with that. Yeah, that makes sense for you.
Because I'm calling the shots.
Love it. No, of course.
Okay.
If you're direct, like, yeah, it's fine. You're calling plays. You're the quarterback. You're calling shots. Yeah, yeah.
So I called him out on it, actually. I go, what's that on your arm, man? It's like, it's the shot list. I'm like, there you go. Ha, 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 ha. This is awkward now. This is awkward. We had to ask people to turn off their music because they were playing at a volleyball thing so we can get better sound. Now, we're going to have to take a break because this is what I'm about to say is the part that might set off some people.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, and
Okay.
when we're back, I'm going to continue this ridiculous story.
Okay.
Welcome back. During the break, Katie flipped open the custard. What is it, a custard cake, I guess it's called?
Yeah, custard cake.
And, oh my goodness, I wasn't angry anymore. I kind of don't even want to tell the story, to be honest with you, because I'm in such a good mood. It was so good. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course.
You're very talented, and I know you're a perfectionist. There's some things you would change about it, but it's a home run in my book.
Thanks, pal.
And I appreciate it even more is uh-oh. We just lost that camera.
We did. Oh, no. The dog took the camera out.
The dog took the camera out. Because you did it for me, and it was totally unnecessary, and
You're
my
a
heart says
custard
thank
man.
you. Thank you. I know, I
Not
appreciate
everybody has an appreciation for custard, I think.
Who?
Kill them. No, like pudding, fine. Custard is a little bit more rare, is all I'm saying. And so
Right.
I was excited to find a fellow custard lover.
Right.
Joey, stop.
Okay. Joey, we can't do this. Joey, don't ruin the cake for me.
She just
She's
wants
so
to
cute.
smell.
She's
just
so cute.
smelling.
We're actually talking to a dog, not a person named Joey, for those of you listening.
It's funny. I showed up to a party for fish here, and I was like, I wouldn't have brought my dog, but I'm leaving here and going camping, and so that's why. But I would have left her at home anyway.
Oh, you're going camping today?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
talk about that in a second.
And so anyway, so I showed up and I was talking to Fish, and I was like, yeah, Joey's here, and I just left her downstairs, and he was like, why didn't you just bring her up here? And it was like a funny. She said, this is a really great story. What were you wearing?
I love stories like this.
Like, why did I even start? Okay, I'm done. Great. It's done. We're done.
All right. So the shoot's done. I'm regretting it.
Okay.
And I'm like, there's a small possibility that this might look good, and that'll be all right. Heading home, next day, I think it was the next day or 2 days afterward, and I get this text message. Mind you, I have 2 self-tapes that I'm shooting that day, and I'm shooting one of them on location in the woods because
Okay.
I wanted to do something a little different.
Something fun. Yeah.
And I get this text. Hey, man. Well, I had a bad enough suspicion, and sure enough, we did miss your opening paragraph. I don't even have any decent audio of it. If you get a chance today, could you do Wild Lines recording of the whole monologue at the start of the scene on your phone or computer? Either is fine. Please and thank you. Now, I get he was trying to be polite with the please and thank you, but I take that the wrong way, like you're already assuming I'm going to do it. And then this whole time, like, listen, I'm not Christian Bale. I'm not, I don't have, like, a huge following. I'm not world famous. I'm not a household name. I get that, but I'm a professional actor.
Yeah.
And there's a certain amount of professionalism that I expect to be reciprocated towards me. And I've already done you the favor, man. I've already drove down to Orange County, did this whole thing for you, and drove back.
Now I have to fix your mistake for you, too.
Yeah, like, this is asking much. And by the way, you should have gotten this. And it's and apparently it was a small assignment. It's not like his final or anything like that.
Oh, gosh.
So already I'm like, okay. So I go, damn, dude, sorry. I'm prepping and shooting a couple auditions today and won't be able to. He goes, I mean, it would take 60 seconds. I just need the opening paragraph. I can mix it down. Now, what's going through your mind when you hear that?
A couple things. You're pissed. You're perhaps you're done with the favor at this point. You, as my friend, Wesam, you're done with the favor at this point. He's not wrong that it wouldn't necessarily take, it's more than 60 seconds, but it wouldn't take more than 15 minutes. I feel like a compromise might be that I'm doing what I need to do for my job right now and today, and I'll get it to you sometime this week. That's probably what I would have said.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that right. But I feel like you were also just done with the favor, which is totally fair.
Oh,
it's completely fair.
And not only that, but you don't respect my time.
No.
At this point.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm self-taping for 2 things.
Yeah.
I know you. I know you're I'm assuming you're the same way. You take your self-tapes pretty seriously. I know
the audition is the job.
Yeah. This is part of my job. This is what I love to do, and I'm focused in on it. I responded back to you when I'm in the middle of all this too. So, like, don't you take that into consideration? Like, I feel kind of a little hurtful, like somebody would say that to me. So,
he's a kid. He's young. This person.
No, he's definitely not a kid. So, a few hours go by. I'm shooting it. That's why I haven't responded. Hey, Wesam, I know you're busy. I feel bad for asking, and it's completely my fault, but I really need one bit of audio, just an audio recording on your phone at some point. This project is due tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I apologize, brother. I'll send you the lines on here. Thank you, man. It won't work without it. So, I'm nice guy Jim. Hey, I'm in the middle of shooting my first audition right now. I'll send it to you later tonight when I'm all done. That's totally fine. Thank you. So, get home.
You are nice.
I did it. Here's the bigger slap in the face.
Oh, God. What? This kid keeps going? Jesus. Okay.
He sends me the thing. He sends me it. It's a YouTube.
The final product.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not something
It's
you're real proud of.
terrible. Katie Leclerc. And by the way, everything I've said on the show, I'd say to him to his face out of respect and out of courtesy. This is terrible. Like, I've seen kid YouTubers who don't have a crew shoot things with better technical quality than what you shot. He didn't end up using my thing I recorded in the beginning.
Oh, my God.
Because it was so quiet in the beginning. Remember when you saw it? Uh-huh. I'll show it to you after we're done recording so you can really get a taste of it. I brought my own, the whole thing, this all started because of the clothing thing. I brought my own clothing, and I ended up wearing one of his jackets, and I'm like, it's a little oversized, but whatever. I was so depressed driving home.
Yeah. From your audition or after you saw the final product?
Oh, no, after I shot it with him. Because I've been
see.
frustrated with work and everything that's been going on, and I'm like, I'm doing this now.
I know. And this is also not good. So, shit.
And not only that, the director, the teacher of the class, saw me in the shittiest thing ever.
Oh, no.
That doesn't make me happy. That makes me happy. Are we? Oh.
Do I talk about it or do I not talk about it?
Talk about it.
The worst project I've ever been in my entire life.
So,
came out 2 weeks ago.
Yay.
It's really, really, really bad. The whole movie, this is another one where I'm like, how much am I going to say? Because what you want to say is what you want to say to their face. The whole movie's budget was $30,000.
Feature?
Feature.
Whoa. That's tight.
And it looks it. Everything is locked off. All the shots are locked off. There's no movement. There's no style. There's no nothing. I play a paramedic who starts killing people for mercy. Like she starts mercy killing people. So like one is she gets called to a house call from a trans person who had slit their wrists, and they botched it. They were not going to die. They were most likely going to live. And then the person explains to me why they did that, and I assist her and provide her with a lethal dose of whatever. And so then that's what like starts the ball rolling.
Whoa, that's actually a kind of cool concept right there.
It is. It's a cool like a mercenary paramedic, and then she gets like caught up in some bad shit. It's really bad. It's really bad. And I saw a rough cut of it, and it was so bad. We said, I've never done this in my career, but they were like, we need you to come in for ADR. And I was like, no. Nope. I buried it. And then it came out anyway. And now I'm like, shit, should I have done that ADR? Because now the thing came out. It's really bad.
That pisses me off.
What?
That pisses me off because they had Katie Leclerc.
Yeah.
For it. And that's your shot.
Yep.
You got a big professional actor with you.
Some of the like in the paramedic, like in the bus, in the car, we did poor man's process, and you can see the green on the person's face. You know what I mean? Like the reflection of the green screen. Like their skin tone looks green from the green screen. It's so bad. It's so bad. You need some more? Just custard. Custard only.
I'm sorry.
Use the spoon. It's your cake now. Yeah. Anyway, it's called Blue Call, and it's on Amazon right now. It came out like 2 weeks ago.
Bad movie night?
It's really bad. Please enjoy. Please enjoy my torture.
We're doing a thing with Idobi, which we're going to be inviting other people from the Idobi to join us.
Oh, no, we're not doing this at No, I don't. Oh. It's really bad, Sam. It's really bad.
That's the thing. This is why we do bad movie night. This might be a special bad movie night.
I have a running idea that I want to have a bring your worst party. So like a potluck party where you bring a clip of your most embarrassing performance.
We have ours.
You do?
The story.
Yours and then this. Yes, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was like, we did something anyway, no. But yeah, wouldn't that be a funny like, you know,
That's
you
great.
set up a projector and like, okay, and then you could go walk up there and be like, here's the story about the big jacket, or you know, whatever.
I love that.
Bring your worst.
I'm down.
I think
I'm
it's
down.
funny. Yeah.
This would be great to do.
Yeah. Because every actor has that one piece of footage that you don't really want any of your friends to see.
No.
Wouldn't it be fun to just show up and like make fun of everybody's worst shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So fun.
This is great. Holy shit.
It's either that movie, because that's the whole movie. I don't know if I could pick a scene. Or I did a my network 13, my 13 network, whatever, like that, like really small network, you know, whatever, TV network. They were trying to do these telenovelas, and so they had me come in, and the main actors, the series regulars, this was maybe like 2003 or something like that, 2004, so like a long time ago. The main series regulars didn't want to do the integrated commercials, so they would hire other actors to come in and be like, French's mustard, what a zip! Mine was a KY Touch commercial integrated in the thing. I've tried so many times to find this footage, and I can't find it. But I walk up to a hotel desk, and we say, reservation for Miller. And then the guy goes, let me go get your key or something, the bellman. And then he walks away, and I look at my husband, and I go, did you bring the KY Touch? I can't wait for a nice, soothing massage. I can't find the footage. I would die for
You have
this
the call
footage.
sheet?
I mean, I have the same email, so theoretically,
Yeah.
maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah. Then I would go through the call sheet because those are great. Hey, listen, we got to wrap it here on Idobi. Condoms. What? Sex talk.
KY Touch.
KY Touch. We're wrapping up on Idobi Live, but the show continues on. Just check out YouTube tomorrow morning on our channel, Wesam's World. And thank you to everybody who tuned in live today. We appreciate you. Full episode up tomorrow. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Prime. We're on Amazon Prime now. We're not. Will you?
Yeah, trust me.
Peyton, you're the best.
I do trust you. Hey, thanks for tuning in. So that's actually a great idea. I would love to see you.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I think we need to host this party. I've said it to Tom before, and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, I'm down to do that. The bad movie night thing that we want to do. I've always loved horrible films, and
Yeah.
we want to play it in there and then just have everybody's commentary. We just record everybody's reactions.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
It's like so easily set up for that too. It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. I think once the new computer gets put in, we're gonna see how the new computer works. Hopefully, it's easier, and it records at the same hertz level as the video, so they sync up properly.
That'd be nice.
You're going camping. That's pretty exciting. Where
I
at?
am. Are we still on the air?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was texting Tom back about
Oh, that's okay.
the alarm that I set off.
Oh,
when
that's all
I
right.
dropped off your custard. I'm going camping. I'm going to Big Bear.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Big Bear is beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's it's 4th of July weekend, and I got invited to nothing, and so I was like, screw this, I'm gonna go to the mountains because it's gonna be really hot anyway. And so I was like, I'm taking my dog and I'm gonna find a lake, and we're gonna go right now, and there's a 2-mile hike that we're gonna do when we get there. And then I built out my car like a little while ago, and so it's like a full rig. Like I've got like an air mattress back there. It's like flat. Like Brett and I built like a platform for my car that's like out of
cool.
wood. It has storage underneath it, and it's like the whole thing, the whole shebang. Yeah. And then I made these like, sort of like, the sun protector visors that you get at Walmart for the front of your car. I have them for all of the windows in the car, so it like reflects the sun and keeps in the heat, and they're pretty cool. So I'm like van life, but like out of my SUV.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great SUV to do that in too.
Yeah, totally.
That's
totally.
really exciting.
Yeah. I came here like right after I got my car, actually. I did your show.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, anyway, so that same car, I built it out, and
Wow.
and we're going to go get it real dirty this weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any protection in the car?
I have a knife,
Okay, good.
and I have some bear spray.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't have a gun. I don't
okay.
want a gun.
Okay.
My family would like for me to have a gun, but I got a dog instead.
Okay.
She's protection,
Yeah.
kind of. She's so sweet. She's not protecting me from anything.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm glad you did. I'm just glad you know it. No, bear mace and the knife go a long way.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Because the bear mace spray is pretty far. So if anybody's scary, they're still far.
Right.
And it's non-lethal. I don't know. What if I freaking killed somebody with a gun? That would be terrible.
Can I give you my 2 cents on that?
About killing somebody with a gun?
Yeah.
Please tell me.
If your life is in danger,
Uh-huh.
I think that's appropriate, and it might weigh on you, and it might
Yeah.
be sucky that you had to take this person's life, but the alternative is something horrible or death for you, and that's where
I guess I see what you're saying if I knew for certain that my life was going to die. The thing is like, I'm pretty freaking strong, man. Whatever comes at me, I can usually survive. And so I
Alright,
feel like I
that's
would
fair.
be killing somebody without being 100. Like if I had a crystal ball and I knew that I would die, then yes, I could do it. But there's so much uncertainty that I feel like I would never allow myself to pull the trigger.
I'll tell you this story that just happened, and this was a story on stupidity, and we won't know exactly what really happened, but we know that somebody died
Okay.
because he approached another human being with a gun, and he had a gun in his hand. So, motorcyclist, I think this was in Texas or Arizona, he dies on the side of the highway with gunshot wounds. And he was driving away from a little bit. Apparently, he had gotten into a road rage incident with another driver.
Oh no.
They don't know which person flashed their gun first. They both pull over, or they're in like stop and go traffic. The motorcyclist apparently gets off his bike, puts his gun in his hand, walks toward the van. The guy goes, "Hey," This is from the report. I have my kids in the van. Do not come towards my van. Do not come towards my van. Do not come towards my van. Shoots the guy.
What?
Like,
Why?
I don't know if it, who waved a gun first, or we don't know that whole story. But, damn, some guy's coming at you with a gun and you have your kids in the car. That's.
But I'm.
What's up? What's up?
It's so hard. It's so hard. If I'm picking somebody's side, there's no winners here.
No.
But it's not the guy who shot and killed the guy. Because, like I'm saying, there's so many variables. How do you know that the guy would have actually and you can't know, and that's the problem. But you don't know he would have shot anybody. Maybe it was empty.
It's hard to. You're right. It's hard
impossible.
to figure. It's impossible. And I'm trying to put myself in that situation, but again, we won't know the real situation because we don't know what was said back and forth. Maybe the guy in the van started it, whatever. We won't know. But you're on your bike. You should have just drove away, man.
Yeah.
You should have just
Seriously.
drove away. What are you doing stopping, getting out of your car with a gun? Like, what are you going to do? Okay.
What do you...
In your mind, and like, not in your mind, but in the third person audience mind, you've stopped in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Got off your bike.
Yeah. You're inciting
You weren't
something.
in danger
Yeah, no.
at that point.
No.
And you had a gun in your hand. Like, oh shit, no matter what. Okay, that guy waved a gun at you, but you stopped. Mm-hmm. You could have driven away, and now he's dead. Mm-hmm. I don't know who's to blame or whatever, but I'm telling the story to show you that it could have been avoided.
Yes.
But at the same time, fuck, some guys stopped and coming at me with a gun. I've got my 2 kids in the car. Fuck, this is hard.
But now your kids watched dad murder somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that's damaging for your kids.
To protect them.
Yeah.
That is damaging for kids, but at the end of the day, what's it? Mentally damage the kids or have you dead? It's like, what a fucked up world sometimes we live in.
Seriously.
And by the way, it's so much less savage than all the stuff that was going on before. Like, I watched Game of Thrones, and I'm like, how did you just got away with rape and murder all the time then? Do you know what I mean?
Wasn't
like back in medieval
even
times.
called crime.
What's that?
There wasn't even crime, really. Yeah. Nothing was illegal.
Like during the Dark Ages, or like those times where there's like knights and stuff, and I was like, dude, you could.
Could you be a knight? Could you be like a knight in shining armor?
There's a smirk to this, and I'm trying to like.
I'm just I'm thinking about like that time period. Like if you lived in that time period.
There's so many factors that would depend on it.
I don't know. It's like it's a lot of pressure. I don't think I want to be a knight. I don't want to live in that time period, but I don't want to be royalty either. Like, I would rather, because then you have to fuck your cousin or sibling, if you were talking about Game of Thrones.
Okay, I can't do that. I was giving some leeway with the cousin thing, but then you're like, your sibling. I'm like, well, no, I can't do that. I still want to work in this industry. This is the clip they pull out. You were okay with fucking your sibling.
It.
I just did this.
They didn't do anything. I just made facial expressions.
You didn't have to. It wasn't like forced incest.
For the royalty, it kind of was.
Forcing them? Like
scraping the bottom of that gene pool barrel.
Yeah, sometimes it was like that, but I don't know. That's actually a good question. If I don't want to be a peasant either.
Yeah.
I don't want to be royalty. I think.
Would you be a bard?
What's that?
The performers. Like a Shakespearean bard.
That might be a good gig.
Right?
That might be a good gig.
Not a jester. I don't want to like clown shit up, but I could be a bard.
Tavern owner would be good business. That's somewhat safe, somewhat constant money, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, tavern owner sounds pretty good. None of the, I'm all for like if you want to be a prostitute or you're hooking, that's cool. But like, probably just straight pub.
You're saying you wouldn't have any of those additional activities.
No, because then I don't want to like worry about that. It's not that I don't necessarily disagree with it, but I just wanted a pub. If you want to drink, this is where you come to. If you want to, have some fun, there's another place.
Right.
Because I just want to worry about the pub aspect. I don't want to be worried about like, all right, Deborah wants Tuesday off.
Too much to manage.
Yeah, it's more of like a time management problem.
Right. No, I get it. I went to Pompeii, and there was. Have you been?
Yeah.
There's the whorehouse in Pompeii, and there's just dicks everywhere.
Yeah.
Just dicks pointing you to the way to the place.
And then the mosaics of the rooms of what each woman is good at.
Oh yeah.
So you can go in. Oh, you're good at okay, cool. Perverts.
Different positions.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm looking for her.
That's why God punished them. And Mount Vesuvius eradicated the sin.
You're too good at that.
I would love, if I had no moral values, I'd become a giant church preacher. Tax-free. I'm a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
I'm rich. Beyond every Sunday, I'd put on a little show.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
If I had no moral values, that's what I would do.
Yeah, because those people, they're going to hell.
I will say this, and I'll say this to a preacher to his face. It's to those mega preach, the mega church guys. You're going to have a tough time justifying your rich lifestyle to me being a man of God. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Have
you seen that Instagram account, Preachers with Sneakers?
No.
Oh, it's freaking great.
Okay.
Okay, because there's that whole like sneaker aftermarket industry, right? Like
Right.
So some of these sneakers you buy them for $300, but then they afterward get sold for like $6,000, $7,000, $15,000, like crazy expensive shoes. Anyway, there's an Instagram account called Preachers with Sneakers, and the guy's like a sneakerhead who runs it. So he tells you what the sneaker is and then tells you who the person is that's wearing them.
That's
It's
cute.
just calling everybody out. It's great.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Preachers with sneakers. Okay.
Because that's the thing. Like, how much expendable cash do you have that you have $12,000 sneakers on right now?
And
your prayers go straight to the man himself.
you're a man of God.
Yeah.
Listen, you might be preaching all the best messages and everything like that, but I'm sorry, you can't justify having a private jet being a man of God.
No, you cannot. How about like when the hurricanes and stuff are happening and they don't open the doors to let people sleep in those mega churches that are enormous? What? I don't know.
I don't know either. I wish it's whatever. When I was back in Oklahoma recently, and I forget how many churches there are on each block. Every mile, I can count sometimes like 3 churches, and I haven't even gone a mile.
Is that considered the Bible Belt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. I think so, right, Peyton? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it one kind of religion or is it all kinds of religions?
It's mostly Hindu.
In Oklahoma City? Or
in Oklahoma, it's all
Oklahoma?
Hindu.
Really?
No, I'm just joking. It's all
Oh.
Baptist, Methodist, Christian.
I was like, in certain pockets? Or what do you say? Like, what? I'm very gullible, Sam.
That made me laugh way too hard. I don't know why. Oh, this was a great story. And I haven't chuckled like this in a long time. I was at a baby shower, and Isaiah's baby shower yesterday, and his wife is Korean, and her mom is the first time I met his mother-in-law in person.
Okay.
And I was sitting across from her at this table, and we had been chatting. She has a little bit of she has an accent, and it's quiet. And her daughter's name is Hayne, right?
Okay.
And it's quiet, and we're just sitting there, and finally, just to break the tension of the quietness, because there's a lot of people, like I don't know some people, they don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at her mom, and I just go, "So, how do you know Hayne?" And I said it so dry. And then I just started laughing. And then other people started laughing. And then she finally understood that.
No.
She was like, and then she starts laughing. And then we have a really good laugh. And it makes me smile.
So how do you know Hayden? She's like,
It's so stupid. It's such a stupid joke. Oh, man. When I'm a dad, I'm going to have the best dad jokes.
You already have pretty good dad jokes. Sometimes your jokes are
dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that about you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like a dark sense of humor.
Yeah. I was in a kind of a pissy mood yesterday. I was just going to a dark just frustration with work. That's all. And I try to be I'm trying to be positive and stuff, but it was just frustrating. And also I finally did these self-tapes I had yesterday, but it was the first time I started working, because whenever I get a self-tape, I immediately start working on it. I don't like to leave it for a couple days or anything like that. I like to go. That's my process with it. I want to dive in. Not get it over with. I'm excited to work on it, and I just dive in head first into it, and
I see.
Sometimes I'll leave it for the next day if I'm like busy or whatever, but usually I can, yeah. But I started working on it, and I was just like, this fucking sucks. I was just like, nope, I'm not doing it today. This fucking sucks. I like did a few takes of one, and I was like, just annoyed and upset with myself, and just this is so stupid. Like all the choices I made were just like, what am I doing? I'm not even focused, and I'm glad I let it rest. But then it was bothering me the next morning or yesterday morning.
And so were you able to work through it?
Yeah, the next day after I got home, I was like, I'm just going to do it now because it was bothering me and I got into the right mind frame. But
how did you reset that for yourself?
Imposing my will? I don't know. I just did it.
Well, when you say you got yourself in the right mind frame, like what, you just were like, suck it up, and then you just did it?
I think so. There wasn't anything like...
You didn't like go for a run first or something like that?
No. Luckily, the first character was an angry guy, so that helped. I'm not joking. His name is literally Angry Mike in the thing. Wow. And so I was like, okay, cool.
Use this. Yeah.
Have you had any of those recently?
What, sucky days? Or Angry Mikes?
No, like really frustrating self-tapes, like just from all the...
I find them all frustrating. I hate self-tapes. I really hate them. They're the job. They are the job, and it's not going to change. Self-tapes are not going away. They're here to stay. God damn it. I hate them.
I think they're changing. There's no way they can keep doing them. There's no way.
I mean...
I don't know.
For series regular, they will have in-person auditions. For co-stars, they will never go back to in-person. My personal opinion. It's more cost-effective. It's more efficient. It's streamlines the whole process for everybody. Independent movies, I think, will very rarely, like maybe they'll have callbacks in person, but I don't think first rounds are going to be in person. It's too expensive. Yeah. Because we don't have to do it that way. We've all figured out that we don't have to do it that way. Anyway, I get myself down because I start thinking like I want in-person auditions. I just don't really see the practicality from a producerial standpoint. There's no reason for them to start doing them.
I understand the practicality point, and you're right. However, you're not getting the best possible result.
I agree with that.
That's where it comes in, where it's like, okay, we can be cost effective, but we're not getting the best result.
Yeah.
Because commercial auditions. Bro, oh my God. I did my first commercial audition in years. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how many notes are you going to give me on the performance?
And you're like, I did that. Okay, I'll do it again.
No. In the email, before I even film, I have to hit all those notes you know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. And I would go to those commercial auditions, and it was easier because I knew what the casting director wanted. And if I missed something, or if I just skipped through it, he'd be like, no, that was good. I was like, great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why that casting director is so critical to bringing out that best performance in the actor. And I get it. If it's a one-line co-star, yeah, self-tapes are going to be fine. You can get, but like commercials, recurrings, even like top of show guest spots. I'm as a casting director, I want to see the fucking actor in the room. Can they act?
I do too.
I
really hope you're right. I really do.
I'm putting that out in the universe because
we need in person.
I can't take it anymore. And I love seeing nervous actors in the room because it makes my confidence go up.
Yeah. I miss like being able to hear the other person's performance and be like, oh, I didn't make that choice.
Yeah.
My choice is better than that choice.
I miss grabbing one of the other like actors and like kissing them, you know, like they're going out for the same role as me. I kiss them. I'm like, yeah. And like if it's a hard kiss, it's like,
like aggressive, like it kind of hurts a little bit. You're like really shoving your face.
And he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm acting. And I just go into the room.
Yeah.
While somebody else is in there and they're like, you can't come in yet.
You're like, I'm acting.
Oh, I'm losing it. I'm in a little bit of a sugar high right now.
How much sugar do you normally eat? Was that more sugar than you normally have?
I don't eat any sugar.
You don't eat sugar ever?
No, the perfect bars are probably the thing I have,
That's
but they're like
sugary
honey.
thing.
It's not like.
Oh yeah, that's like straight sugar.
Yeah.
That's the drug kind.
Yeah. We're gonna put it in him. We're gonna give him a sugar enema after this is done.
A sugar enema?
Yeah. I'm being a silly Billy right now.
A silly Billy.
Silly Billy.
Oh.
He drank 300 milligrams of caffeine in one can.
I thought you were going to say THC, and I was going to be like, Peyton, why didn't you share? 300 milligrams of caffeine?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I feel like that's too much caffeine.
Yeah.
Too much caffeine.
Yeah.
Did your heart explode?
I got very sick. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That doesn't sound very fun.
Katie.
Sam? I love you so much.
I love you too. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I want to talk to you about before you go? Because I'm enjoying this talk with you. I'm enjoying the cake.
I made myself a second piece for the after show.
I can't wait to be back in the studio with you guys for the morning show.
For real?
I wanted to come in like with a suit. Formalize it up. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Billboards look great, by the way.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool.
Thanks, Idobi. That was awesome.
Big
Man, thank God for Idobi. For real. Like, just for half a second. I didn't know you before Idobi Radio.
Yeah, we worked on... No, we didn't. I was going to do a bit, and then I was like, no, she sees through it.
Well, because I wasn't on Awkward. And that's you. I knew you through Brett because of Awkward,
that's
and
right,
then we met because of Idobi Radio.
That's right.
I'm just super thankful for Idobi.
Yeah.
It's a, I didn't know 4 years ago that I would still be here 4 years later.
Yeah.
I kind of saw it as something that was temporary, and I'm just like so happy to have a home here.
Yeah. Samesies. All right, Peyton. Let's wrap it up. Katie, morning show every day, 7 a.m. on Idobi Radio.
That's right.
And they can tune in live. And
yep, live 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's 10 a.m. on the East Coast if you're later in the day.
10 a.m.
And don't watch my movie on Amazon.
Don't watch it. Don't on the Prime, Amazon Prime.
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. We're going to watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to everybody. Thank you, Idobi Radio, Nice Guy Digital. Thank you, Peyton, for all the hard work you do. Thank you, Alexander Gorski, for the social media prowess that you do. Thank you to all of our new subscribers and listeners. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Always remember to listen, think, and then talk. Oh my gosh.
It didn't really work though.
No, it's okay. It looks freaking amazing.
Here, let me just get a plate here.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like kind of possessed a little bit.
Katie, this smells amazing. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna get a tummy ache today.
You eating the whole thing?
Are you kidding me? If it tastes good, stop me from eating the whole thing.